One of the lesser-known functions of U.S. Department of Agriculture is administration of the Animal Welfare Act. This year marks the 50th anniversary of the Act, and USDA is pausing to reflect on many years of progress and the millions of animal lives that have been protected through its enforcement. As the Deputy Administrator for the Animal Care Program, I know firsthand how passionate the American public is about animal welfare. I receive hundreds and sometimes thousands of email messages and letters each month expressing concern about the welfare of elephants in circuses, primates in research laboratories, and dogs sold by breeders and dealers, just to name a few examples. The American public's interest in the humane treatment of animals dates back to the Puritan days, but it was not until 1966 that the Animal Welfare Act, initially named the Laboratory Animal Welfare Act, was signed into law in response to public outcry over laboratory animals and dealers who supplied animals to researchers. What triggered the outcry? In November 1965, Sports Illustrated told a story about the disappearance of a Dalmatian named Pepper, who had been stolen from her backyard. It turned out that Pepper had been picked up by a dealer, sold to a hospital, used in an experiment, and subsequently died. A year later, Life magazine published an article about conditions at animal dealer facilities that featured pictures of skeletal dogs found at a Maryland dog dealer's farm. In response to these two articles, a bipartisan Congress introduced legislation that charged USDA with ensuring the health and humane treatment of animals used in research and protecting pets like Pepper from being stolen and sold for experimentation. 5 decades later, our goal remains the same, but our job has expanded to encompass and protect even more animals. Congress has amended the Animal Welfare Act to refine the standards of care for regulated animals, and the law's reach has grown to cover the health and welfare of animals used in commercial breeding, public exhibition, and transported commercially. The Animal Welfare Act also prohibits animal fighting, with stiff penalties for those who own animals and also for those who are sponsoring and promoting the events. Recently, USDA closed an unintended loophole in the Animal Welfare Act regulations that allowed breeders to sell animals sight unseen over the internet without being licensed. The revised regulation now requires many of these breeders to be licensed with USDA to ensure they provide humane care and treatment to their animals. USDA also issued a policy in April of this year promoting the humane handling of newborn exotic cats, such as tigers and lions. Some of these animals were being used for photographs and events where the public could feed and handle them. Because these animals were so young, their immune systems were underdeveloped. Many of them were getting sick as a result of their contact with the public, and some were dying. We took action to stop these activities and prevent these young animals from unnecessary stress and potential harm at such a vulnerable age. Although the AWA does not apply to privately owned pets, USDA now supports pets during emergencies. When Hurricane Katrina devastated Louisiana in 2005, many people wouldn't leave their pets, sometimes with tragic results. Following that storm and Hurricane Rita the same year, USDA veterinarians and wildlife specialists helped save roughly 14,000 animals from storm-ravaged areas. And as a result, we created an Emergency Programs Division to work with FEMA and other organizations to develop plans and training for disaster-related animal issues, such as preparing kennels and shelters or assisting zoos during flooding or other emergencies. We've also learned that knowledge is powerful in building Animal Welfare Act compliance. In 2010, we opened the Center for Animal Welfare to provide science-based guidance and learning opportunities to USDA employees and stakeholders, and to partner with other animal welfare experts to serve as USDA's national science and technology resource in support of the Animal Welfare Act. Our experts share information regularly with the animal welfare community at meetings and through other types of outreach. Today, USDA employees conduct roughly 10,000 unannounced inspections every year, ensuring the health and welfare of over 2 million animals at more than 10,000 Animal Welfare Act covered facilities across the country. Our dedicated team of employees remains steadfast in our goal of ensuring animals receive the full protection of the law. We carry out our mission transparently, taking regulatory action when necessary for the benefit of the animals that we protect, large and small, exotic and domestic, and using non-regulatory solutions where appropriate. Our success wouldn't be possible without the help of our stakeholders and the public. Working together, understanding the issues, and identifying positive solutions will ensure USDA's involvement with the Animal Welfare Act over the next 50 years will inspire public confidence and bring continued progress in the protection of a treasured resource, our nation's animals. Thanks for listening to this message. I appreciate your time and support.